It's Jordan Mulligan from the Mulliganbrothers, and today's interview highlight is with UFC fighter Michael Johnson, talking about what kept him going in those low moments. Such an interesting story, a story of absolute struggle and then triumph. And Michael Johnson made this interview possible 3 days after he got his first win in the UFC after a 4-fight losing streak. So this was absolutely amazing. Thank you to Michael Johnson. Today's video sponsor is BetterHelp.com, making this possible again. The link in the description takes you through to professional online therapy, something I have been doing for the last year once a week. I fully recommend it. And also sponsored by Mulliganbrothers.com, where the new gym series, the Rise and Grind clothes, are coming very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Before that, let's jump into this amazing video with UFC legend Michael Johnson.
That's the only thing that kept me going on a 4-fight losing streak, is knowing and understanding, man, like, this is what great stories are made of. You know, guys that have come back from being completely out of it, come back from being, you know, buried underneath everything and 4-fight losing streaks and everybody counting you out. Like this is what these stories are made of, and hey, like, let's go back and, you know, be one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. You know, that's the thing that's kept my mind going and motivated. And I mean, everybody wants that story. You know, they just don't want to deal with the losses and deal with the bullshit and the downfalls of getting to that story. So I didn't want to deal with it. I've dealt with it. It happened, and you know, now it's time to rewrite that story and become that great sports story.
I love that. Is there anyone who you look at in particular, like stories of past that you like, that motivate you?
Yeah, you know, a few guys in the fight game. You know, like I said, Michael Bisping. You know, one of the guys over, you know, the UK, got the title, you know, at an older age. Glover, you know, he became a champion at an older age. You know, Glover Teixeira. So these are guys, and I know there's boxers, I can't really think of their names, but just sports in general, you know, guys that, you know, the underdog's always coming back to win. You know, I never thought I'd be in a position where I'd be an underdog to come back and win so much, but I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm enjoying the process, and just like I said, I'm taking it for what it is.
Yeah, let's just touch on that a little bit more. The underdog, like prior to this, you weren't the underdog. Now you're coming in and you've got that mentality of the underdog. I mean, what does that mean for you, like going into a fight and taking that into a fight?
I love being the underdog in fights. You know, I perform better. You know, I love going in there upsetting, you know, playing the spoiler. I think being the favorite, there's a lot of pressure on you. You know, there's added pressure on you because everybody's expecting you to do great and to be as good as everybody thinks you are. And then you fail and make a mistake, and now you're dog shit, and you got to put up with a lot of BS. So I love that underdog role.
What's your like vision now? Like, what's your plan now for your career?
My plan and my vision for my career is continue to enjoy this process, enjoy the ride. I think fighters in general, athletes, we take a lot of things for granted. And when they're slowly taken away from you, or it's that chance of it being taken away from you, you learn to appreciate it more. And you know, that's my goal right now, is just to appreciate the life, appreciate what, you know, God has given me up to this point, appreciate the fight game, the small moments, and just like I said, enjoy the process of you know, getting back up to the top, and not focus on the win itself. You know, just focus on what it's going to take to become great.
Do you remember stepping back into the ring, into octagon for this fight? Like, what it was like standing there, you know, all these people around you. Like, do you remember that moment? Like, if you do, like, could you describe it to us?
It was incredible, man. That moment. I know I was, you know, I was at the apex, you know, for my last fight coming. Smaller arena, you know, but we had a crowd, and it's enjoyable. You know, it felt like a weight off my shoulder. You know, everything was bright and shining, and you know, everything was so open, and I was talking to everybody, and it just felt like being home. You know, that's exactly what it felt like, and it was incredible. You know, I never felt so comfortable. You know, but it was me enjoying that moment and having it almost taken away from me to get it back and enjoy it even more.
How would you describe to a non-fighter standing in an octagon with a guy like so many feet across away from you wants to rip your head off? Like, how would you describe that to him? What's that like?
Normal people are gonna think I'm crazy when I say this, but it's peaceful to me. And you know, I mean that by I'm comfortable there. And I think that's what people can resonate. You know, they find peace in where they're comfortable at. And even though we, as fighters, we don't want to be in comfortable situations because we'll make mistakes, but you know, I was peaceful there. You know, it felt like, it's weird, it felt like nothing could hurt me in there, and this guy's just standing across from me ready to hurt me. You know, so it's strange to have that feeling, but you know, it was just joyful.
Yeah, that is,
Yeah.
you know, that
It's
is
crazy, right?
Yeah, to say it's peaceful in there, that's crazy. I mean, what's it take to be a fighter, like mentality-wise? Like, I know obviously fighters are all built differently, but like, what does it take to get in the ring and, you know, fight somebody?
Yeah, you gotta be very strong mentally. Like I said, it's almost a sense where you have to be okay with being hurt. You have to be okay with knowing that I might not make it out of here. You know, like, it's a chance where something could go wrong. You know, you have to be okay with that. And I think fighters, just like I said, modern day warriors. You know, we're going into battle knowing you know, things could go wrong, but none of us are thinking that. You know, we know that, but we're not thinking that. You know, we're going in here ready to you know, perform. You know, be great, and you know, a lot of us, you know, like I said, we get peace in that.
What would your message be to people who still doubt in you for your next fight? Like, what would you say to them?
There's not really a message for them. You know, keep doubting me. Keep doubting me. Stay on that side of doubt. You know, like I said, I'm here to prove myself wrong. I'm not here to prove anyone else wrong, and you know, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, how do you, I mean, how important is it to hold yourself accountable for, like, just for everybody, like, in general life?
It's very important. I think you have to hold yourself accountable before anything else, because like I said, it starts with you and it ends with you. You know, everybody on the outside looking in are just, you know, they're either support teams or, you know, they're there to bring you down, or they're just there. You know, like I said, you just got to take it like that and be your own cheerleader, be your own supporter, you know, be your own critic, be your worst critic, and, you know, kind of listen to yourself and not so much to others.
Something we always speak to fighters about is the idea of, like, fear. Like, I mean, you guys getting in an octagon with somebody to fight, like, you face fear on a day-to-day basis. Like, how would you, you know, like the average person, like, how would you describe, like, how you faced your fears?
Fear is good. I think fear, you know, makes you know you're alive, you know, and it brings those nerves into you. And like I said, we go through fear a lot as fighters. You know, we fear that we'll lose and not be able to support ourselves or our family. You know, there's fears of injuries. You know, there's fears of getting knocked out on a daily basis. So you have to learn how to cope and deal with it and live outside of those fears. And like I said, just take it for what it is. Like, this could happen, but I have to try to do everything in my power for these things not to happen and be on the other side of them.
Thank you so much to Michael Johnson. In those low, dark moments, it is messages like these and stories like Michael's that, for me, are what keep me going. Hearing of people's, and it's a horrible thing to say, hearing of people's struggles and heartaches and pain, and hearing that they overcame that and they are still here, and in fact, they're rising to the top, is what motivates me to realize, you know, maybe it isn't as tough as I thought, or maybe I'm not alone, and maybe I can actually come through this and come through the other side to the light, out of this dark area that we're in right now. So thank you to Michael for sharing this story. We intend on doing something soon together again, so hopefully that is in the pipelines. He has a fight coming up, so go follow him on Instagram to see how he gets on in his next UFC fight. Link is in the description for Michael's Instagram. And also, today's video was sponsored by BetterHelp.com, where you can get online professional therapy with the link in the description. Something I have been doing on a weekly basis, online therapy, and I fully 100% recommend it. So if you can do it, go check the link out, see what it's all about, do one session and see if it's something for yourself. And also thank you to Audible.com for providing a link that gets you a free audiobook and also helps support this channel. So thank you. Oh, and as always, Mulliganbrothers.com, where the new Rise and Grind gym series stuff is coming. And I'm super excited about this because we work out in this studio all the time. We've got our own private gym, and Rise and Grind is what we stand by. So this is the new gym series for all those early risers, all those go-getters in the gym. Keep your eyes peeled at Mulliganbrothers.com. Thank you to Michael. Have a blessed and productive day. Go inspire some change. Follow me on Instagram at Jordan Mulligan Brother, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.